So I am like a firm believer of leaving something in the earth that God has gifted each of us with that goes beyond our existence. And what I mean by that is that I don't know when my last day is here on earth, but I want to leave something in the earth that brings God glory even after I am dead and gone. So many of us have been gifted to write books. Many of us have been gifted to cook. Many of us have been gifted to sing or play the instrument. And when God has gifted you in that way, you should want to leave it in the earth that brings him glory even after you are dead and gone. So with that said, I wrote a book it's been about maybe a year or two now. And I haven't really promoted this book, but I grew up in church my entire life, y'all. And I struggled with getting closer to God, and no one knew I was struggling. And about 2 years ago, a man stood me up after I did praise and worship in front of 600 people. And he said to me that if I was to do X, Y, and Z and get closer to God, that God would do X, Y, and Z. And I, ever since that day, have been on a high pursuit of my life. And just recently, I stopped pursuing the X, Y, and Z and started pursuing the one that could give the X, Y, and Z. I want to pursue him and not what he can give me. Does that make sense to you? And I want to encourage you to leave something in the earth that brings God glory. When I am dead and gone, this book will forever be here. You can get this copy on Amazon. It literally has helped me at times where I feel like I need that extra push, that extra oomph or whatever to get where I need to go in God. I encourage you to buy Guide to God on Amazon. And I encourage you to get the hard copy. It's not that big of a book. You can read it in one day, literally. But I encourage you to leave something in the earth that brings God glory.